Okay, so this video kind of goes on. I think the one of the previous videos I made about the whole MGTOW thing and like not growing. Now, now I will say this. Now I will admit that I maybe did only pay attention to one part, one I guess one subgroup of the MGTOW, which I think this needs to be like defined more deeply upon the community. Now, there's some MGTOWs who genuinely do show signs of growth, right? And they get what I was saying before, like, okay, like you got to grow above them, and then once you grow above them, not it's very rare you'll find one woman who's special for any period of time that's going to be worth your time, right? But those seem to be far. I will say those do seem to be far and few in between. A lot of it kind of keeps coming back to like when you dive if you dive literally three questions into why how they became big tail, it's going to come down to either one or multiple women screwed them over flat out, and then it kind of like grew, and now they're in the boat they're in now, be it MGTOW, which in my opinion inevitably leads to like a bunch of guys just circle jerking each other and sucking each other's dicks, because just in the phrase like men going their own way, that could be that could be easily misunderstood by a certain part of the population because you go on your own way. And like I get it, like man, women's nature is fucked up. And I flat out told women I was dating today. See, and see, this is where, and I think this is another part where MGTOW kind of fucks up. Like they're kind of big and bad on the internet and in chat rooms and in fucking comment sections, that they could be big and bad. I mean, not specifically to me. I've never really had that situation where I felt like attacked or threatened by them, but like I feel like they could be like big, so big and bad and gangster in the virtual world, but in real life they're just a bunch of pussies when it comes to the bitches. Like they're afraid of rejection, or they're afraid whatever. Like they never really have any stories to tell about fucking bitches or throwing a bitch. As a matter of fact, last night I got a story to tell last night about you telling a woman no for sex, and they will fucking flip out. But that's a whole other topic, and that's a whole other video. But long story short, I'm having to block her, and probably won't talk to her again at least for a few weeks. But but see, that's what I'm talking about. That I think that is that next level where you can happily do that and realize that being is that solitude is not a punishment. It's a gift. You see what I'm saying? Because once you get that solitude, you can wake up when you want to wake up. You can go to sleep whenever you want to go to sleep. You eat whatever you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? You go to the store whenever you feel like going to the store. You can buy a plane ticket tonight and fly somewhere, and you don't got to, ask nobody permission. Why didn't you ask me if I want to do it? And all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to come to that next level of growth of of truly loving yourself. And loving yourself means you being alone is just as much of a win, or better than being with a woman and being completely content with it, and not like still kind of like hating the women. It's more like being passive and letting them go type of thing, instead of you know all women are like that, all women are fucked up, blah, 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 and it kind of diving down that next rabbit hole of just like of spiraling resentment and hatred for yourself and other women. You see what I'm saying? And how the game is kind of playing you right now. But I came across a video. I think it was called Flashpoint Paradox. It's about it's a story. It was a DC movie of Flash in an alternate universe where Flash. I forget. I watched it a long time ago, but I forget the exact intricacies, so I might mess up a few plot points. But long story short, the Flash, he can run real fast. So he some kind of way. I think he gets struck by lightning or something. He ends up in an alternate universe, like Bruce Wayne died, and his dad ends up becoming Batman. And Superman, when Superman came here from Krypton, he was actually picked up by Lex Luthor's parents, and not the Kents. So he grew up under Lex Luthor, and but like little things change, but everybody still kind of grew up as the same name character type of thing. So in this universe, there's rumors of a Superman being around, but nobody really heard or seen him at all. He never really did anything. So they finally go find the motherfucker. Lex Luthor kept him he raised him to believe he wasn't shit and kept him under a red sun. For those of you who know, like Superman, his powers come from our sun and other different types of suns. But his sun on Krypton was red, so he doesn't have any powers on on his planet. So long story short, like okay, yeah. So the Flash and all them, like they go find Superman. Superman's like balled up in a fucking corner, just a punk ass bitch, right? Because he was raised to be like that. And see, that's what modern feminism and all these single mother households do to men. Like they turned you into Superman in that situation. You just cowered up in the corner and fucked up. And then by the time you try to go out in the world and see how bitches really was, and it's not like TV. Now it's this whole resentment this mad situation. And so I'm gonna leave a link in the description. But so they go find Superman. He's just a punk ass bitch. I'm talking like curled up in the corner, fucked up. He's just scared of every fucking thing because he doesn't know. He doesn't know that he is, that he's gangster as fuck. He doesn't know that all the power is in his own mind, and all he has to do is believe it. You know what I'm saying? And figure a way out of it. Like men who's been beaten down by modern feminism. Like they've done every mental gymnastics in their head to believe that this is right. So they end up carrying a motherfucker out through a hallway and they're like educating them. Like, no, man, like, no, you are a fucking gangster. Like, you just don't know it. And he's just like leaning and they're like carrying him. He's just hanging on this motherfucker's shoulder. And a lot of MGTOW men are like stuck in that fucking area. Like they're getting educated, but they're not growing to that next level. You see what I'm saying? So when you stay stuck in this level, it's gonna keep revolving into this like resentment for your own past and your mistakes, mad at women, but there's no actual growth out of it. You see what I'm saying? So this is where like comment sections on anything you label MGTOW is gonna have comments flowing down about bitches do this, bitches do that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody, and it's rare you could find. Okay, now this is another common thing I find about men who are like mentoring other men is that usually the men who develop that next level of growth usually don't assign with MGTOW or don't or have undertones of not liking MGTOW. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a common trait that I find in other people's videos when they do get on the topic of MGTOW, but they also realize women's nature. Like they don't associate MGTOW. MGTOW is like that is like that stuck in the middle growth. Now in that link I'm going to send you, okay, now watch what I'm saying. Like now in that link I'm going to leave. You have to see yourself as Superman. Like you are Superman in this link. A lot of you are Superman in this link. Y'all beat down, fucked up. And then somebody's trying to carry you out of it and educate you. And you're listening, but you still ain't really like fucking getting it. And then the next stage is when Superman gets out and he sees the yellow sun and he's like, oh wait, like I am that gangster. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't getting to that yellow sun part yet. You see what I'm saying? Like you haven't got out that little cave in between, that little hallway in between him being locked up and the sunlight. Then when he gets that sunlight, he just starts fucking killing motherfuckers. Like he can't nobody, and he just starts flying, bullets start bouncing off of him. Like, and it's nothing after that. It's him because see, he understands their fucking nature. He knows that they're gonna come at him like that. He understands it and doesn't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? That is that next level after MGTOW you have to get to. And like, it's not, when you stay stuck in this MGTOW shit, you never fucking become that Superman flying in the sky with bullets bouncing off of him. You just still kind of like beat down and left over, hanging on the Batman's shoulder, trying to get educated more and more and more, and you just stay stuck there forever. See what I'm saying? Like you have to learn how to not pay him so much attention. Another case that I got. See, I don't want to put out other YouTubers. I mean, nobody's going to watch these videos anyway, but for the few who do, I don't, man, just like as a man, I just don't want to put anybody else's business, good or bad, out in the street like that. But there's another YouTuber who I ran across it. Like now I'm getting all these fucking recommendations. So he was like looking at this fucking Asian bitch. And I just couldn't even watch it because he's just like the whole video. See, like this is where another situation where a lot of men, like, you gonna fucking lose every time because you paying them too much attention. You see, and I don't care if you, okay, well, you gotta understand with a woman, any attention is good attention. Okay, bad attention is good attention. See, as long as women get attention, they still winning. You see what I'm saying? So in this video, he's got this some Asian chick. You know, women, they always mad about something. She mad about something, and he's like zooming in on her, like making fun of her eyebrows and shit. Like, dog, like you are still fucking losing. Like you are diving too deep. You are spending too much time paying this bitch attention. And then the reality of it, now when she finds out, she's gonna see it as a win. She might be a little mad, but see, the anger turns it into even more win because now she's getting mad. Now she gets to talk about it. Now she's happy that somebody's paying her fucking attention, and it just keeps fucking spiraling and growing. And an original motherfucker, he's just still sitting back. Look at her fucking eyebrow, and he's never even getting the fucking game. You see, that's that MGTOW shit. Like like he's never fucking growing and seeing what the fuck he's actually doing in the real fucking world, man. You keep every time you look at a woman and longer than I'd say 0.4 seconds, right? And she's aware, especially she's aware of it. Every time you like you lose in the beginning. Like I tell people I know when you dealing with bad bitches, your best option is to completely fucking ignore their entire existence on the fucking planet. That and no matter where it turns out in the long run, it's gonna benefit you more in the long run than it's gonna benefit her. You see what I'm saying? See, when you look, because I just came back from the gym, ignoring bitches, and guess what? I had two of them. They kept lingering, kept like cute bitches, like light skin. I don't know what the fuck they were. They were light skinned, they're probably sisters. And everywhere I went, slowly they kept trickling over, working on the same, was trickling over to my little area. They kept fucking doing it, so I just left. You see what I'm saying? Now, how that plays out is, see, I may not see him for a month. I may see him next week, but whenever I do see him, they gonna remember me. You see what I'm saying? And they're gonna remember me, and they're gonna remember me as, oh, he must have options because he ain't paying us no. Okay, even if she thinks you're gay, that's still better than paying her too much fucking attention. You see what I'm saying? Because once you fall into that boat of paying them too much attention, see, this is how a woman's brain works. Especially if she's not like family, like an aunt or a cousin or niece. When you pay them too much attention, see, women get off to attention because they translate attention into being worth something, and they translate being worth something into getting more resources. So when you pay her attention too early on, she immediately categorized you as, oh, I got another fan. You see what I'm saying? But when you don't pay, even if she thinks you're gay, you don't pay her no attention. Oh, like you're not her fan. If anything, she's gonna be your fan. Now, and this is where a lot of men get fucked up too. They think just because a woman isn't jumping all up in their face, you know, and just showering them with love, that she's not, thinking about you like right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then men kind of collapse on themselves because they're applying that man logic on women. Like, if I'm over here showering you with love, if you don't shower me with love back, then I'm mad at you. You see, that's not. But that's not how we see women. Some women will. Every now, I say 1 or 2 out of 10 will go that route. Most won't, because most are. I'm like I said in previous video, women like in their core are fucking cowards. They're cowards because they don't like a chance of being told no. If you tell a woman no, just try it. Try it. Just, you might be starving, and she come to you with a fresh plate of food, and she know you're hungry. Tell her no. Just no. I'm cool. Mm. Anyway, what's on the news? She her essence will just melt down. Like, she does not like they don't like they are so afraid of being told no or being rejected that it's unbelievable. But see, like I said, a lot of men, they're too afraid either to tell women no, or they don't know how to say no. But once you tell her no, which that translates into, like, let's say being at the gym and you ain't even looking at her, that to her that's being told no. You see what I'm saying? See, she might get mad in the beginning, or she might try to, like, retaliate by, like, ignoring you, like, probably like the next time or something like that. But see, in her head, like you will always be in the better position in the long run. And look back at every man who did that and got with a woman. Hey, what was that woman's actions? She will fucking claw through 15 feet of snow to get to him. You see? Because that no or that rejection from him told her that he's worth something and there's a payout coming. You see what I'm saying? If he's worth something, then inevitably there's a payout coming in some kind of way. She's gonna get it back. You see? This is, and this is where a lot of guys fuck up. But yeah, man, like Stop paying them attention. Like you are the fucking like you all every one of you out there is Superman. The only one that don't believe it is you. You see what I'm saying? Or you're battling some other mental issue that you just never ever got over when you were younger, and it just kind of escalated and grew to the point now you don't you it would take so much therapy to dive down to the core of the problem. You don't even know where to fucking start, and it's just a sick fucking. And a lot of this is because a lot of you probably never had like a gangster dude to tell you what the fuck was going on. A lot of you had pussy ass men in your life. Either you had a single mother or you had pussy ass men who was telling you what to fucking do, and they was a pussy ass bitch made men who didn't know what the fuck to do. So you grew up on that and thinking that shit was right. I know a bunch of them, and a lot of them men, and usually be the ones end up dating single mothers and legitimately fall in love and marrying and taking care of another man's kid, paying for his college, paying for the other man's kid's college and shit. That's usually who does it. Okay, it don't be these men raised by legit gangster, men who knew the game. Those men don't do it. Who legit marry women like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they might marry them for a visa or some shit like that, to get in a country, but like not like, oh, I love you because you're the only one for me, blah, 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 blah. See, because like, no, it don't work like that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Now, in this link, MGTOW man is like Superman, okay? But the MGTOW man never makes it out that fucking hallway. All right. Remember that if anybody watches this and watches that clip and you a MGTOW, like, yeah, you are Superman up until before he gets out that hallway and sees that sun. You see, and men like me are trying to be the sun for you to make you see it. You see, it's like and to make you see how gangster you fucking. The only reason you ain't doing something and you ain't accomplishing it is because you don't want to for some reason. That's it. Fuck whatever anybody else says. Do whatever the fuck you want to do in life. Because it's only your life. And there's no report card system when this shit's over. It's like, oh well, too bad Jerry down the street didn't like what you did when you did this. Oh well. You know, fuck that shit. It's your fucking life, man. Do what the fuck you want to do. And some of you are just too far down. I mean, it just didn't be that dude who's too far down. I need somebody to take my girlfriend off my hands when I get tired of her and to boost her self-esteem back up. Is that gonna be you? Maybe.